At 69 health, guys.
Defeat.
Let's have a look where everybody's going. MaxtheCoolCat, MRV, ready? Who's all that health? Is that from a fight? Might have been a sniper shot. Could have been fall damage. Looks like it might have been about 75% stuff.
Breaking his ankles over there already?
I think so, or you got shot by a sniper. I'm gonna turn on team chat if you wanna.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll do that.
Moving on along. Everybody pretty spread out. No teams close enough to fight. Ooh, Kaleb taking very low by Doculus there. Not gonna have the heals very early into the game. Doesn't have the heals or anything else. But his head peek has got low health. Doculus gets like even one shot on him and might die. Very, very low. A little bit scared to push up though.
Supply drop deploying to Defiance.
Head peeking is the name of the game at these high levels, for sure. Alright. Caleb's still low health, hasn't been able to regen, no loot. Gonna have to back up here. If one stray bullet hits him. They're all so far back though. Kaleb actually manages to squeak by. Both teams very afraid to get in the fight here. We're playing very far back. Birdie.
Battle zone is now shrinking.
Oh, it's because I was streaming. I was streaming a non-VR game. So my mic was selected on, not my headset. Good call. Doop. Doop. Fixed. Yeah, it should be fixed now. Everybody's still pretty far. The thing about only having, let's see, how many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? 7 teams? 7 teams? So not the full lobby, but there is enough space for every team to be kind of split. I think we're going to see these two teams run into each other. It looks like there's a team near the tower inside. Going to be running out the back, trying to get a little bit of zone positioning. I don't think any team is close enough to have gotten the drop yet. We can go have a quick look at the drop to see what it actually has on it. And if it might come into play late game. Op and UMP, super big for that op if you get it this early into the game for those damage points, as well as being able to possibly pick up a kill on anybody trying to get a little closer. Now, Scanter was close. They're looking that way. They heard someone climbing. Caleb's still not full health. I don't know what he's doing here. Really needs to heal up. That fight's going to happen over in Farmlands in the corner. Tech9 Orzo, Clev pushing in. Out of zone, Tech9 taking a sniper bullet. Orzo healing up. Tech using a shield shaker here. Lots of gunfire coming across. If they have a zone grenade or something, they'll be able to stop him. Orzo trying to push from the side, get a little bit of an angle. Slaughter shield's cracked. Orzo pushing outside the zone. Just tickling a little bit now. Z-Link cracking his shields. He's going to be taking constant zone damage. Now Clev and Tech are inside the zone here. A lot of shots coming out from Slaughter with that Seiko. Orzo still out of the zone.
Really taking a long time to fight here. There's going to be some third parties moving in, it looks like. N and N in the background.
Yeah, they might be fighting each other though. Z-Link standing on top of those builds. Manages to get Orzo. Gets his shields cracked. Clev's going to be shaking those shield shakers, trying to heal up a little bit here. Z-Link pushing up, gonna grab that 50 pot from Orzo. Goodbet pushing to the side of Tech. Everybody's head peeking a little bit here. Tech9 gonna be pushing up a little bit, fighting with Goodbet. Both of them taking low. Tech swapping to the M10, but gets taken out. A little bit big range, or a little bit too far range for that M10 there. There's only a 1-star M10 as well. But Goodbet able to stay at that good range for that AK and just unload at Tech. Knowing that Tech, or that team in general, is a very close range team. If you can keep them at mid range, you'll have a little bit of an advantage there. And that will be, is that flow? That's Flow State that just took out
Flow
Cobra
State
Cartel.
taking out Cobra Cartel.
Fight happening. Looks like another team might be climbing the tower. Is this the same one? No, we're gonna have 2 teams climbing the tower here. NNN does see. Wow, Doculus, they're so close. Oh man. What is this? Cryptik Crows. Let's see. Wait, who's everybody? Apex Predators. Okay, so Kaleb's on Apex.
Apex Predators and MW Marauders here on top.
Marauders. Okay. And
Using Tiagra as a
and-
sub today instead of HappyPappaya.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, and then NNN just firing some shots now.
And I don't think they have any idea that
Yeah,
Apex Predators is just around
Apex
the
is gonna have
corner.
shots. Oh no, Kaleb! Why are they pushing up? They're pushing out in the open. Doculus getting pushed by 3. Weird fight happening on the tower. You don't see this very often. DohnJay is going to be moving up a little bit higher, trying to stay behind this pole so they don't see him. I don't think they will. Able to grab a couple of that kills there. DohnJay just trying to stay alive. He is inside the zone here. MRVQ dropping all the way down. Kaleb getting sniped at. Again, still sitting at half health. At Flow State. Oof. MRVQ, is he going to be able to get inside? Takes a little bit of shield damage, but does manage to get inside there. Lots of head peeking.
Prison shrinking in. 45 seconds.
Goodbet taking some MK shots while flying. And then still's got the corner over here. Starting to set up.
Piece of this tower will stay in zone.
DohnJay, we'll see if he goes for a res here, if he just decides to hang out. I'm not sure going for the res will be the play here. They're not going to have any loot up here to play with. They did get rezzed. At this point, just a couple of walking Seiko shots. Shots coming out from Morake. NNN taking some shots. I think they all got S85s over here. What do we got? We got 2. Do we have 2 Cobras? No, it's Tombstone. Alright. Tombstone, and this is Cryptik. It's a Cryptik shooting at Tombstone. Now it is, it's Most Wanted now, correct? It's not WWW anymore, I believe?
Most Wanted, yes. Most Wanted Tombstone.
Flow State taking
Looks
some
like we
shots over here. Able to get to this hard cover. Head peeking over the little container. Building across the street here. All of the streets in the game are probably the hardest places to get across other than maybe this big open field. We'll see where the zone ends up closing. Lots of Seiko shots coming. None of them connecting just yet. But every team is going to be in a different corner of the zone here and just waiting for each other. They're probably all going to wait to see who gets lucky. Throwing that zone grenade. Kaleb taking a couple ticks of it. Z-Link pushing around. Him and Goodbet pushing together. Very good push together. Staying right on each other here. Very hard to shoot. To deal with 2 people at once. Z-Link, Goodbet both firing at him. MRVQ last one alive. Z-Link pushed up behind him, and Flow State will be taking them out. Now, Tombstone will have zone advantage here. NNN has to push across this big open field. If they push to the right, they might be able to catch Flow State before they get all of their loot back. Slaughter gets taken out. Trying to re-loot. Doesn't have any cover from his teammates with any builds or anything. NNN might need to push up here while they have 1 member down. Slaughter does get res here. He's going back to the same spot. Are they going to get another kill on him? Nope. They dropped some builds.
Apex Predators give kills and damage.
Rasta taken out there by the zone
Most damage.
grenade. Smart trying to make the rotate over to these builds over here. Trying to get to the hard cover. Smart getting chased.
Gotcha, thank you.
Starting to go for the res. Does make it to the hard cover, but he will be pushed right here. He's going for the res. Now it is just Smart here. Rasta manages to get into the tree. He just has a knife here. Will be taken out by Morake there. Z-Link actually slaughtering Goodbet, taking out NNN, trying to push up there. Tombstone versus Flow State here. We'll see where the zone does end up closing. It will be going around Tombstone. Oh, and right from above. Shotguns coming down. A couple of grenades coming out. Doculus taken out by the grenades. He will be starting to get ticked by the zone grenade. Pintail, the last one alive. If Flow State pushes up together here, this will be a huge round for them. Tons of loot on the ground, but he's not going to have time to res. Z-Link pushing up with the AK. Both sides. And he will be taken out by Goodbet and Z-Link pushing together. Amazing round from Flow State there. From the very beginning, taking out just about every single team that game. Tons of damage. Slaughter did give up a kill when he was trying to rush and re-loot, but that one kill is not going to do a whole lot there. Anderson, thanks for the follow. Nice, Elric. Who would have thought? Yeah, the res actually worked out a little bit for them. I think he might have had an extra gun there. Did have a, two of them dropped off the tower with shotguns, I believe. So he at least had one extra gun. I'm not sure if he had 2 shotguns on him. Clev, Orzo, Tech 9 doing the hot drop at Kingdom. Orzo flying all the way over to the Wizard Tower over there, knowing that that's where a lot of good loot. Looks like he did grab an op. Might be purple or gold if he did find it in the Wizard Tower there. Stay off team chat for a sec until we get swapped.
Yeah, so, yeah. Well, yeah, I can go. I can swap team.
Let's take a look here. Outpost, a couple of teams dropping close.
Right. We're on the same team, so if you want to do team chat.
Yep. Got it. Cryptik Crows taking a peek over here. Tombstone. Backing off to the tower. They will be able to get that tower loot. MRVQ actually did get taken out there.
I don't know where. Was that tower?
Must have been at the tower. Snipes coming out.
Supply drop deploying to cemetery.
Yeah, MRVQ healing up on the backside. Might have gotten taken out by the Seiko.
He got sent by NNN, I believe. Pinbit. Wherever they are.
Morake,
Maybe it was
Pintail.
Pintail. It might have been Pintail.
Caleb pushing on inside, having a look. Will he get sighted out here? Nope, both of them kind of just dancing around each other. No one wants to fight without loot. Cemetery, the drops on the ground. Not sure exactly what it is. But like I was saying, right between games, the guns that are going to be the meta for this, since we are on a point in the game where heals are so important, or you can run around with so many heals, you know, take 1 or 2 guns is probably what you're going to have optimally, and then the rest is going to be shield shakers, bananas, so you can heal up. But in the meta where heals, you're able to carry on so many heals, it's definitely going to be a very burst damage meta. So Seiko, M10. We don't see a lot of the DT because there's no reason to take the DT over the M10. But that's going to be the primary used guns in the meta here. It's going to be all the ones that use the highest damage.
Yeah, I agree. I think the M10 can be interchangeable with the P90. I think a lot of players are preferring that. P90 is kind of meta. A lot of people think it's overpowered, but M10, Seiko, P90, Seiko. I think a lot of people do choose that loadout.
Those are going to be the best ones. P90 definitely good for destroying all the builds in these high-level lobbies. Once you get to the end game, you might see an M60 here or there from like a support player just trying to lay out builds. If you can stop them from, you know, healing up or prevent that. It looks like there's actually a fight happening over at the drop right now. I'm going to go have a look.
Let's check it out.
I mean, a couple of Seiko shots happened from DohnJay as well. Apex, they're going to run into a fight over at the billboard, but what is happening on the drop? Flow State does have the drop here. Get into a little bit of a fight with Cryptik.
Cryptik doesn't have to push this fight head on if they don't want to. They're still in zone. See if they decide to just try to get some damage points, or if they want to full on push. This looks like they're starting to back off now.
All of Flow State's still completely healthy.
Couple teams by the tower, closer to foothills as well.
Cryptik or NNN fourth last round? NNN got fourth last round, I think.
They both said they got 4th place,
Both
so it's a
said fourth.
dispute right now. I'm just saving it for right. I'm just gonna keep it right now until I get screenshots. Then I
Roger.
can change it.
Don't know for sure who got 4th.
Not sure. Both teams claim they got 4th.
Main for B would be
I know
AK
they
and
did
Saco.
dive like one after the other. I'm usually pretty good about getting placements, but I couldn't tell who got 4th and 5th because they both died at like the same time.
Gotcha. Yeah, big fight happened over at Complex. Zone grenade coming out. Lots of grenades coming out. Are they going to do any damage? No. Great build preventing all of the damage there. Tiger actually gets taken out by the M10. Kaleb taking out 2. 1 left alive, Doculus. Now, all of Apex is going to be trying to push up here to prevent him from rezzing or being able to get away. He might be able to run inside that building in the back here. But Apex now getting shot in the back. A little bit of a blessing keeping him alive there.
Tracking in. 45
Low
seconds.
state pushing
Low
down.
state, hungry for blood, knowing that people have died over here. Want to try to clean up.
Knowing that the area is probably going to be
Like
pretty
they're gonna
looted.
back off. They're not gonna push this too hard. Don't want to push outside his zone further, I guess.
Rez on top of the billboard. Not a ton of loot up here. A sword, 5 shields. Looks like DohnJay is going to try to push up and go for it. But if any
Apex
sniper
Predator.
shot gets on them, they're going to go down here.
Predators might be in a good position here to pick up a few extra kills.
Grenade coming out.
Definitely
Doesn't
not
quite
gonna
make
have
it
a
over
lot
the
of loot
roof.
up there.
Flow State backing off the cemetery. Going to try for the big rotate. Knowing that this fight is cool and kills would be nice, but we really need to play zone right now. So they are deciding to back off instead of wait any longer over here. Kaleb going to be
This
pushing
is
up
on the
pole here.
opposite corner of the zone, so whatever team makes it out of this is gonna have a really tough time rotating into the new zone.
Kaleb pushing up with that M10 with Doculus. Takes him out. Or with DohnJay there. Takes him out. MRBQ with the op. From far. Ooh, Tigra. Another one taken out with the op. Doculus making the wide rotate.
Once again, last one alive, but he's in a really, really tough spot here.
They might have to end up res chaining out of the zone here. It looks like a couple teams are going to start running into each other at Outpost. We're going to see if if Doculus is going to end up being able to push out here. They're trying to keep an eye out for him. But he will need to get inside the zone. It doesn't look like he
That
has any
zone is
heals.
hurting.
Gonna be able to get into the zone, but Apex pushing off completely. Doculus going for a res.
Very interesting here, going for the res.
Apex?
Apex Predator's gonna know they just revived and they're gonna know they're behind him, so it could be a few extra kills here. Looks like MaxtheCoolCat's setting up right now for it. Doculus, though, is gonna be taken out by the zone. Actually, he's in.
Now that little bit of damage that Max just got on him, even if he dies to the zone, that will be a kill for Apex. Does end up dying to the zone. That's 1 extra kill. The other one's going to end up res
DohnJay
chaining in the zone
Tiago
here.
Might as well just die in zone right here. Don't give them the extra kills. Apex Predator's already making out with a lot of kills
6
off
squads
of Marauders, and
remaining.
there they go, dying outside of the zone.
Good pickup from Max with those snipes. Flow State trying to push up the side here. Scanter, Morake, Pintail over in Tombstone, hiding in this building. Everybody picking a corner. Clev, Orzo, Tech 9, opposite corner here. Everybody setting up to see who gets lucky. Flow State will have a little bit of loot to push up to on this tower if they need to. They are playing a little bit farther back just in case they need to drop off. Zone will be going around Tombstone here. Apex will be right below them, able to push up. Will they be able to get up this big open field before anybody spots them out, though? I think they will. Nobody's really looking this way.
Actually, Apex Predators with a really free rotate here.
Yeah, nobody's looking out.
Very
Everybody
surprised to see
looking
it.
up towards Outpost
Actually,
right
have
now.
really good positioning in these rocks as well, if they choose to. Pushing up a little bit.
Couple of shots coming out. NNN all the way back here. It's going to be a little bit of a longer rotate for them. But I believe, yeah, Flow State going to go ahead and start rotating down. And try to move up to these rocks to get that hard cover. The best spot you're going to want to be, once the zone actually closes, is going to be at these rocks right here. It's going to be the high ground, and you're going to have a little bit of hard cover to work with. But in the meantime, until the zone closes completely, you have to worry about anybody that could be behind you.
Tech 9. Towards Cryptik Crows. Not sure if he knows they're in there. It
Ooh,
looks like there
Max
was a
gets
little-
unloaded by 3 different people from Flow State at the same time. Flow State's starting to push up to Apex here.
Yeah, they're gonna
Pushing
play
up
aggressively.
together. Grenades coming out. Lots of grenades. All 3 of them spraying at the same spot. MRVQ gets taken out. 1 left alive. Apex gets sniped in the back by NNN. Grenades coming out. Zone grenade. Keeping them down. Scanter coming out with the M60. Unloading on those builds to make sure that they don't have a lot of hard cover to work with. NNN shooting from behind. Actually, it might be a little bit of a blessing for Flow State here. Tech9 gets rezzed. Over in the corner.
Battle zone
And
shrinking in.
looks like Tech9
45
and
seconds.
Cobra Cartel just took out Cryptik Crows. Now the corner of this tower will be in the zone. Scanter, Pintail, Morake backing off a little bit. Tech9 does not have full shields. Morake going up a little bit away from his team to ghost a little bit, figure out where everybody else is hiding.
Supply drop deploying to outpost L.
NNN
Yes, please.
taking some snipes from afar. They're going to have the most hard cover to work with in terms of areas that they can back off to if they need. But the high ground at the very end of this will be up
Thank
here.
you.
Now, there's not any hard cover if you get up here, though. So this is going to be the best spot to be once the zone closes. The drop is coming out. MK and P90 at the drop. It is covered up enough where if they could push up if they need, and there's always a 50 shield, or a bit of heals and 50 shield on the drop as well, if anybody's running low on heals. The second drop, definitely a big play to help out anybody running low on resources. Flow State taking a lot of shots. Cobra Cartel over here. Scanter has that M60 ready to start unloading. Pintail from inside will be starting to get ticked by the zone. They do have to push out here. They're going to be right between everybody.
Battle zone shrinking in. 45 seconds.
Z-Link getting caught out a little bit, but doesn't take any shots. Managed to get the build up. Scanter taking shots from both sides. Has to rotate back into the zone. Such a rough position here from Tombstone.
Oh, grenades.
Pintail able to get inside. Goodbet might know he's there. They definitely know they're there now. Slaughter going to push inside with that M10. Pushes in against 2. Goodbet pushes in with him. Goodbet manages to trade.
Yes.
NNN, in the meantime, taking out Cobra Cartel.
Thank you.
Grenades coming out. Z-Link building himself a little box to work with. They did push up to the zone here, Cobra Cartel. Only 2 teams remaining. Cobra Cartel is going to have zone advantage, but there isn't any hard cover at the end zone here. Another grenade coming out. A little bit far. Z-Link taking a little bit of ticking from there. Slaughter will be pushing inside. Goodbet almost taken out. Going to have to build and back off here. Very low on health. Goodbet going to burn to the zone. Manages to get a banana off, but they are ticking here. NNN pushing outside here. Goodbet gets taken out by 1. They need to push up here, or they're all going to burn to the zone, not giving any additional kills. Fonyan pushing inside. That's Z-Link. Slaughter. Goodbet did have the zone advantage there to play with. This is last zone. There is no hard cover in this last zone.
Supply drop deploying to outpost
And great to Flow State. Another first place finish for them, and they were fighting just about the whole game as well. Lots of damage going to be on their team. Going to be very hard to catch up for all the remaining teams there. NNN, it looks like they took out Cobra Cartel there, and they went to maybe loot their bodies a little bit. If in that situation they pushed up a little bit more towards the drop, gotten the heals, or gotten zone advantage, that might have been the play instead of trying to loot up the 150 shields from Cobra Cartel there. Apex doing the hot drop. They didn't see anybody else drop there. Should be able to drop down, grab all this loot. Everybody splitting up a little bit. One team's going for the tower here to try to loot up at the tower. 2 teams kind of next to each other over at Refinery. NNN get into a fight. Oh man, there's 3 teams here. Cobra Cartel, NA, out behind, over in the park here. Starting to loot up. Doculus does have pop chicken, but he will be alone. If he gets caught out here, this could be a horrible position for him. And none of these teams have zone here. Zone going to the opposite side of the map, going to the frontier. No teams at the frontier right now. Doculus taking a lot of shots from that CX-4. They're going to be able to use what guns they have here. Nobody's had a lot of time to work with to loot up. But he does have this corner. He has an M10. If people push around the corner, and that zone grenade doesn't hit him, zone grenade not quite hitting him. Not peeking over the top or anything here. Low on shields. Clev right above him. DohnJay taking low. Not any builds or anything to work with. Doculus pushing behind Clev here with the M10. Clev taken out with the M10. Doesn't hear him pushing up. 1 for 1. If DohnJay gets a res here, they can grab the loot from Clev.
Tech9
pushing up
decided
to
to
Orzo.
back off of this, away from his teammates. So they'll be left with a 3-on-1 here if Tech can't get over to him in time.
Tiger pushing up. Oh, and the sword coming out from Orzo.
Oh.
Does get ticked by the zone grenade there, but pushing inside, very dangerous with the sword inside the with the weapons for the games right now. Always dangerous to push inside.
Battle zone is now
Clev getting rezzed. Not gonna have a lot of loot. Cryptik gonna be pushing behind though. Gonna be ready to get a part of the action as well. NNN firing from the side. Do have a couple of snipers on them. Cryptik firing at NNN first. Doculus, Tegra, and DohnJay pushing through the park here. They'll be able to make a wide rotate, but they might rip into another team once they get a little bit closer to outpost. Clev head peeking through the window. Orzo running around with that sword. That additional movement speed going to help them out. A couple of shots from the 1911 coming out from Clev. He has very low health here. One sniper shot. They're just a couple of 1911 shots to take him out. Tech9 looting up a little bit. Cryptik setting up to do a little bit of zone guarding so that they can't let them inside. Cobra Cartel a little bit split. Tech kind of trying to scout ahead a little bit. Rasta's probably going to hear that window, but it looks like Cryptik's backing off from the situation. Flow state.
Running into flow state.
Yeah, running straight into flow state. Now, Slinky Flinky climbing the tower a bit. Let me see if he climbs all the way up here. DohnJay pushing inside with Rasta right above him. Ooh, Rasta went for the P90 on the ground there and actually got baited by it. Smart. Ready to fire with the MP5. Looks like he took a lot of time to actually get that fight off. Z-Link pushing inside, trying to get a little bit of damage or maybe pick off any of the kills for the people trying to rotate over. Doculus, knowing he's there, actually, Z-Link opens the door for Doculus there. Flow state pushing inside. Two different teams here. Rasta will get rezzed. A rough spot though. Slaughter pushing ahead and grabbing a kill on him. Cryptik going to have to push off here. Are they going to rotate into anybody else? Smart barely able to get outside there. Slinky starting the res. Rasta saying no. Go ahead and start bailing. Slinky try to be a bait. He's gonna hear Slaughter right here. Slaughter headpicking a little bit. Is he gonna get a kill on Slaughter here? Slaughter pushing out, gets a shield crack. Smart pushing up on Slaughter, manages to get a heal mid-fight.
Give you score for Marauders.
M10, taking him out. Slinky taking out from far away with that P90 as well.
So we came in 7th place. We got.
Meanwhile, Cobra able to loot up basically completely by this point and start moving over into farmlands. A lot of these teams, if you can stall out the fight long enough, especially at the beginning of the game, they'll end up backing off. If one of them gets taken low or one of them gets taken out, they'll back off. Flow state pushing through the tower, they're able to wipe out. Is that Marauders? Yeah, Marauders there. Pushing through the tower, able to get Marauders. Now they're going to be able to rotate all the way through planes without any resistance at all. Everybody's trying to set up for this next zone placement. Drop has been looted, but there is 50 shields on it. Don't think Flow State's going to need that at this time. No fights are going to end up happening over here, unless for some reason Tombstone ends up turning around and taking op shots at them. Couple of snipes. Clev taking long range op shots. Not connecting. But Flow State now knows at least where his team is.
Battle zone is now shrinking.
Trying to just get a little bit of extra damage. You know, if you do end up hitting a snipe like that, that 70 to 160 damage that you get on that snipe could be what your team needs to get just a little bit more point. Or a little bit more points to move a little bit higher in the standings. NNN taking the buildings early, grabbing the hard cover. Apex Predators using this new zone, this ghost cemetery over in the frontier to set up. Now this isn't in the zone, so they'll have to push through here. But right behind them, they're going to run into Tombstone. Tombstone going to end up moving through the cemetery here. Gonna see if they have home field advantage with that name. Scanter pushing up. Now these rails can get shot through. The hitboxes are very well made in this new area. Zone grenade coming out. Is it going to take? Nope. 3 zone grenades coming out. Is going to push him off the building. MaxtheCoolCat getting shot from behind as well. Gets it taken out. 5 people shooting at him. Kaleb getting pushed from behind. And Clev Tech 9 over at Cobra Cartel trying to take some shots as well. Get some damage. They will be able to take the loot off of Apex here. All of the additional heals, 50 shields, and loot up. They also have the hard cover. They have the zone. They have everything to play with here. Flow State pushing behind. Don't have the zone right at this moment. Has a little bit of time, but they will need to either move down or have this fight with Tombstone right now. Couple of frags coming out. Gonna break all the builds apart, but not destroying all of them. AK shots coming out from Scanter. Head peeking over the wall. Z-Link taking some shots with that Seiko, or that op. NNN in a good position to take some snipes as well. Z-Link might get sniped in the back here if he's not careful. Flow State going to move down. They're going to start moving into the zone. NNN taking some shots at Flow State with the snipers. Nothing connecting just yet. Pintail ready to take a couple of shots. Goodbet firing that MK at him. Frag grenades coming out. Neither of them connecting. Both of them very close. Great grenades. But so many builds coming out from Flow State to prevent all this damage. NNN still has the zone to play with in a pretty decent position. Ooh, great snipe. Slaughter head peeking over the wall there. Gets taken out. Z-Link going to end up head peeking here. Cobra Cartel from behind. Tech 9 kind of splitting off from his team, but knows he has the zone to play with. Good 1911 from Tech 9. 1911, 3-star or 2-star or better will take out builds in 2 shots. Final zone will be going to Tombstone over here. They have all of this loot to play with, all of this the heals behind them. Great position for them. M60 coming out, gonna start destroying those builds. Morake taking a shot from behind from Z-Link. NNN still behind Flow State here. Flow State running a little bit low on heals. Slaughter's no shields on him. Z-Link taking shots from behind, now out of shields. Dropping down. I imagine we'll see them get into this little hut here to try to stay alive. Drop will be out in the open here. I don't think we'll see it get picked up. M10 and Gold Magnum. NNN outside of the zone. Good bet. Taking the half shields. NNN still out of the zone here. Cobra Cartel does need to move up into this corner. Gonna be a little bit rough from them. Tombstone does have that M60 ready to start firing. Morake, I believe, has the M60. Scanter taking some AK shots. NNN behind Flow State here. Good grenade. Doesn't quite connect. Fonyan gets taken out by 1. Trade. Flow State able to take out NNN there. Goodbet hiding inside of the builds here. Tech 9 and the rest of Cobra spraying at the builds, trying to get damage on Goodbet. Tombstone just trying to get extra damage or any additional kills here. 2 teams remaining, just Cobra Cartel and Tombstone. Now if Tombstone backs off to the zone here, they can just play the zone against this team. Morake does have that M60. Cobra Cartel going to have a little bit of health to work with now that they've taken out the team. 50 shields would drop. Morake firing that M60. Not firing anything right now. Doesn't have hard cover to work with. Needs to back off to this rock and start using this rock for the hard cover. Couple shots coming out. Zone starting to shrink now. The zone will start hurting. Cobra Cartel pushing up together. M60 from Morake starting to spray down the builds. Tons of builds coming out from Cobra to be able to push up here. Orzo pushing into the zone. Pintail taking him out with the M10. P90 firing at Tech running inside the zone. Clev inside the zone here, very low on health. Pushing up, trying to get any additional damage or any kills he can. Morake pushing up, taking him out with the M10. Tech out of zone. Has an M10, just head peeking a little bit here, trying to get an extra kill or damage. Manages to pick up Scanter, but does die to the zone. Tombstone there, great round from them. Tons of damage coming out from Tombstone that round.
Defeat.
Yeah. Ooh, shots immediately coming out from Kaleb at Apex. None of them connecting. Only a UMP from that range. Not going to do very much damage. Just trying to get a couple additional points of extra damage. You know, damage does matter in this tournament. So anybody that can get additional shot, even just a little bit of damage. 10 damage could be a game changer. MK for Kaleb. Max pushing behind, looting up. Nothing going to be happening at the beginning of the game here. Gonna see where the drop ends up going at the start. Zone will be closing around Refinery. We haven't seen a Refinery ending today just yet. Now will it end towards Summit, Refinery, or Complex, or even the tower? It usually doesn't end right next to the tower, so we'll have a look. Drop, will it be in the plains, or where might it be here? Gonna be towards Summit, in Foothills there. Cobra Cartel pushing up. Orzo is going to be hearing at Pinbit here. NNN might end up climbing the tower a little bit. They do like to grab snipers and get a little bit of additional damage with the snipers. Fonyan pushing behind, looting up. Everybody's still looting up a bit here. Cobra Cartel, though, ready as soon as they get a weapon to fight. They don't need a perfect loadout. They just need one or two things, and they are ready to go hop in and start fighting. Grenade coming out. NNN backing off here. Now, NNN does have a high ping. They do have high ping, so it is a little bit harder for them to fight. Tech9 pushing through the vent here. Pushing out and up a little bit. Apex going to be right behind Cobra, though. If Cobra ends up pushing out in the open here, they're going to be in a rough spot. Flow State pushing into NNN as well. Ooh. Pinbit able to get through the window there. Does take a couple of shots from the AK. Tech9 dropping in on NNN. Gets his shields taken low. Pinbit tossing grenades out. None of them quite going over the wall. NNN trying to back off to the zone here. Flow State pushing from behind, taking some shots. Ooh. Fonyan does make it inside. Gonna heal. Try to start healing up here. On the drop. CX4, 1911. Saw the heals. Pinbit trying to drop off far. Is he going to run into anybody else? If he can manage to get away here, it's going to be a good spot for him. But Z-Link pushing, trying to make sure he can't get away. Managed to get the shield shaker off. Cobra Cartel NA. Going to start stalling a little bit. Funny, it's still in the corner of this building. They don't know he's there. Tech9 might have heard the shield shaker go off. Manages to work his way inside the corner here. None of his body showing through the wall. MK coming out onto Clev. MP5 as well. Tech9 pushing up. Tech9 very dangerous at close range. Does have that M10 shotgun. M10 very good against head peekers now since the change. They trade shields. Goodbet taking low on shields. Tech9 taken up by Z-Link by the AK. Slaughter holding in the back just in case they need to back off here. Seiko shot. Orzo taking low shields. Clev trying to push across to the tower here. Lots of oh. Slaughter picks him up with the MP5. Orzo, last one alive. Let's have a sword. Could make this work. Oh, all three of Flow State pushing in on them and taking them out. NNN was able to rotate off, get a res there, but they will be being pushed from behind. Scanter, Pintail, Morake. Taking some shots at NNN. A lot of damage. Rasta does get res in the fight over there. Pull off Pinbit really good. And then trying to push into the tower. Pinbit taken out by Z-Link and Slaughter. But doesn't look like they're looking this way.
Battle zone shrinking in. 45 seconds.
Slaughter's gonna hear him in just a second though. And then Pushes it to the other side of this wall. Will they be able to get away? Slaughter pushing up with the flying. Flying is a lot faster than running here. He will be able to catch up in just a moment. Does a preemptive build just to try to make sure he can get across. Oh, taken up by 3. Very hard to deal with the ping there. Cryptik Crows running into Apex as well. So pushing up smart. Half health, no shields. Rasta trying to max out his shields for what he can find. Pushing inside the window. Slinky Flinky manages to regroup with his team, but Apex right above him. Kaleb pushes across. Smart. Ooh, gets pushed by 2. That M10 shocker from Kaleb, massive. Rasta pushing inside, doesn't see Kaleb behind him. Slinky, the last one alive. Flow State trying to push up and get a little bit of the action here. Slinky's still alive here. Trying to bail. Ooh, manages to perfectly zone there. Oh. And just barely trading 5th and 6th place there. Very close. Looked like a little bit of parkour from Slinky there to be able to get away. Morake, Scanter, Pintail pushing up into the zone. Pinbit still alive for NNN. Fonyan getting a res. NNN managed to squeak out of that fight. There might be some loot for them to take as well here. Scanter, Morake pushing across the wide field. No cover on them right now. I think they heard the people over in Refinery. I'm not sure where they're going to rotate over to. It's still drop unlooted. Big open area here. NNN looting up a bit more. Staying alive. Flow State pushing back into the complex here. Doesn't look like... Actually, looks pretty good. Snipes coming out. DohnJay gets hit once. Looks like probably a purple op, judging by his health bar afterwards. Now, when you do end up running over a lot of the teams, like Flow State has been, you can let them do all the looting for you. You know, if you kill a team that spent 3 minutes looting, all of the loot that they found in the last 3 minutes, you can just pick it up from them. Snipes coming out. Grenade coming out, but it doesn't quite make it all the way to Z-Link here. Doculus gets hit again with that op. If he gets one more, if they get a headshot on him, he's dead. Z-Link, no shields. Shield him up a little bit. Fight happen in the meantime, NNN. Pinbit getting chased. Zone Grenade's gonna do a little bit of taking for the damage. And Morake's pushing up. Double frag's coming out, gonna slow down Morake a little bit, but he does know that he cracked Pinbit. Pinbit, you hear that random extra bullet there. That comes from just the ping. Sometimes you'll fire an extra bullet accidentally when you're trying to build or when you're trying to do something, even put away a gun. The ping, very hard to deal with for them. Trying to make it out of the window, does manage to stay alive. 1 health basically remaining on him. He's trying to stall, see what he can do here. Ooh. Scanter managing to kill him right before he gets away. The other 2 members of NNN able to re-loot though. Pinbit able to stall long enough for his teammates to get away. Shots coming out from Doculus, Tiger, DohnJay. Pinbit getting rezzed. Morake and the rest of them, Scanter and Pintail, looking for where NNN might have just rezzed. Flow State has the construction to work with here, all 4 levels. They got a little bit of shield scattered around it as well, not very looted. If they do take any shots, always good to fight in a position where there are shields on the ground or where you just killed a team. The 50 shields that they drop could be massive. In games like Apex, you'll actually see teams make full plays around extra shields. Pinbit, Fonyan, trying to make it inside Pop Chicken. They are going to have the hard cover to work with once they get into this corner. Frag grenade coming out. Will it hit him? Ooh, great builds just in the nick of time for Pinbit there. Zone grenade gonna come out, gonna start taking a little bit. More grenades coming in. Oh, massive frag grenade from Morake. I think killing all three. They are now getting pushed. Small fight here. Double zone grenades coming inside. They're trying to heal up while inside the zone grenades. They want to stay next to this hard cover to stay there. DohnJay getting shot from behind. Flow State trying to join the fight as well. Scanter staying alive. Pintail trying to let his teammate back off a little bit. Goodbet pushing inside, trying to get additional damage there. Taking it very low. Slaughter shooting in from above. Still has full health. Z-Link grabbing the shields at the drop. There's going to always be a grenade there. Tosses it inside the building. Doesn't quite get any hits with it. Z-Link pushing inside, trying to get some additional hits. Pushes inside, makes a trade. Goodbet trading shots with Morake. Morake inside has the M10 shot from behind. Scanter versus Slaughter inside the building here. Both of them M10s. Scanter manages to take him out. He's going to be able to pick up the 50 shields. Scanter versus Goodbet. Goodbet outside in the zone currently, but doesn't have any shields. Scanter, very high health here. Trying to get some shots. Will he be able to get Z-Link? Z-Link taking very low. Scanter has the zone to work with here as well. Goodbet back up to full health. Doesn't have any shields to work with though. Able to build across into this building. Z-Link looking for anything in this building that might help him out. Morake doing some booing. Z-Link very low health. Scanter alone. Pushing outside the zone here. Left the zone advantage that he had. And taking a lot of shots from Goodbet. They are now pushing together here. Oh, Scanter leaving the zone to try to make a big rotate play there. Did not have to do that. And Flow State able to pick up another first place for them. Such a rough position there. Z-Link basically sitting at 1 health, somehow managing to stay alive there, but Scanter pushing outside of where he needed to go there. Here's how
Defeat.
Apex doing a hot drop. One more Team Kingdom, one Team Observatory. NNN going to be looking for a little bit of damage on Apex here. Don't know exactly where the zone's going to go. One Team Outpost as well. Let's have a look at these standings really quick. Snipes coming out. MRVQ. 12 kills on 3,500 damage and 12 kills for Flow State that game. Current standings 90 points. Tombstone in second with 61. NNN third 29. Cobra Cartel NA 27. Cobra Cartel hasn't really been able to get these close range fights that they've been after. They almost got one the second game. But Cobra Cartel NA very, very close range. Raid! Zach Candy, thanks for the raid! What's up? Thanks for the follow, Mitch.
Supply drop deploying to farmlands.
How you guys doing? If you see anybody muted on my list, it's because the way that we used to do this is I had to go and individually mute each person. Now we usually Mud changes teams so that I can,
I forgot to last game, but let's
Shots coming out from Tech9 on Max. Apex Predators trying to move up. Neither team in the zone right now. Zone will be another Frontier ending. Kaleb taking half shields. Max being lit up by that MP5 there. Orzo taking some shots. They're trying to regroup a little bit with his team. Kaleb pushing up against Tech9. Orzo managing to trade Tech, but Tech taken out. Orzo right above MRVQ here, pushing up. Does have that M10 shotgun, has to be careful. Or the DT. Fight up top. P90 coming around. MRVQ looking for him. P90 taking out his shields. Clev and Orzo playing together though. Max taking alone. Only has an AK here. Taken up by Clev. Clev and Orzo, great job staying close enough to be able to help each other out in those fights. Can only fire at one person at a time. Great play by Cobra Cartel NA there. Playing very well as a team. Possibly a fight happening over in tower. NNN pushing through the zone a little bit. Not sure what weapons might be at the drop. CX4, not sure what else might be there. Morake, Pintail, Scanter backing off a little bit. Flow State trying to push up. They have an advantage here. They one team already taken out of the game. They're just looking for damage for some kills. Kind of sailing a little bit easy now. Even split up a little bit here. Hopefully the relaxation doesn't get too big. Even with a lead, that can change in even just one game. Cobra, Cartel, NA already taken out one team, so they do have the ability to start catching up. Pintail taking shots with that Magnum. Magnum great for head peeking here. The main use of the op at this point is to be able to deal with head peekers. That head peeking, you can see barely any amount of Pintail able to be shot at right now. Behind Flow State though, Cryptik, they are going to be able to have this this little corner to work with. Slaughter might have heard that window break. Two other teams setting up in Frontier right now. NNN getting to the back corner of the zone so they know that no one can push behind them. Doculus, DohnJay, Tigra already at the Ghost Cemetery over at the Frontier right now.
Battle zone shrinking in. 45 seconds.
Nothing happening right now. Every team backing off, just trying to loot up a little bit. Every team very afraid to get into fights right now. Nobody wants to fight without their perfect loadout. Head it out. Enjoy your food, Sky Candy. We'll save 0.5 points behind Cobra NA for overall. Nice. Starting to catch up. Clev taking some op shots. Unable to see their health bar right now. Orzo and Tech trying to group up. Orzo taking an op, purple op shot from Z-Link there.
Is now shrinking.
From Link. Z-Link or Link? I always call him Z-Link. Snipes being traded across. Slaughter shooting at Tech. Neither of them having connecting shots there. Tech trying to do a little bit of pre-fire and maybe hit a lucky shot. Because of the bullet travel time, occasionally that'll work for you. Orzo firing at Z-Link with the MP5. Cryptik going to be behind Flow State in just a second, though. Not a lot of hard cover, though. They will need to push over to these rocks before they get into any fights. Lots of snipes coming out from every team right now. Ops, Seikos. Looks like basically all Seikos still. Orzo might have an op. Clev. Shoddy P90 op. 3 weapons on Clev right now. Tombstone getting very, very close to Marauders here. Doculus taking a couple shots. Gets to work his way inside. Gonna start shielding up. But NNN now shooting at Marauders as well. P90 getting head peeked. And Cryptik now firing at all teams. Every team kind of shooting at each other. Everybody's very far spread out. Zone grenade coming out from Morake. Gonna force them into the front of the barn here. Tigra, shield's cracked. Gonna have to work inside. Flow State taking low over here. Tech 9 has Z-Link at an advantage. Able to grab Z-Link. Goodbet pushing up. P90. Tech's not gonna be able to outbuild this. Orzo versus Goodbet at the moment. Clev's still alive as well. I didn't see that Clev was still alive. Shielding up. Goodbet gonna be able to revive Z-Link and Slaughter. Shots coming out from Orzo. But Tech's going to be in a rough spot here. Cryptik might be able to pick up a kill. Tech grabbing all the loot on the ground. Ooh, good shot from Orzo, taking out Slaughter. Cryptik pushing it from behind. Orzo taking very low. Clev very low as well, trying to loot up the loot they had before. Flow State trying to make the big rotate. Tech, I believe, sees Goodbets and trying to cut him off to try to finally kill their team. Tech looting up a little bit here. Here, you're gonna start hearing Goodbet flying. Head peeking, manages to land a couple MP5 shots. Goodbet's going to have whatever loot's in the hay bales here. Gonna be able to loot up a little bit of shields. Cryptik pushing above. Clev versus Rasta. Close range. Both of them M10s.
Yep.
Great triple push from Cryptik there to be able to pick him up. Goodbet's still alive in the corner here. Tech has his eyes on him, but doesn't have any shields. Tech starting to loot up a little bit. Slaughter ghosting out Tech. Spamming that boo so that everybody knows where Tech is. Slaughter waiting for the boo to come out so that he can let NNN know where he's at. The boo mechanic definitely interesting for comp. Fonyan shooting that Goodbet. Zone grenade coming out from Fonyan. That's going to be a big issue for Goodbet. He can't push through it. Cryptik now getting a little bit involved. Pinbit trying to push up a little bit of build. Slinky pushing alone. Ooh, rough position from Slinky. Pushes alone there. Goodbet outside the zone. Is he going to burn here? Manages to get inside. Tech9, Orzo, and Clev all pushing inside. Everybody's so low inside this building. Goodbet pushing inside. Moving together. Orzo right on top of Goodbet. Tech9 somehow managing to get that kill. NNN pushing inside, trying to finish off the teams here. Clev last one alive. Kill from NNN. NNN versus Cryptik now. Cryptik will have the zone advantage. But lots of loot for them to pick up, lots of shields. I don't think Flow State had really any health to work with, and neither did Cobra Cartel. Cryptik starting to unload and break those builds. An M60 would be amazing hit from them. Zone in the favor of Cryptik. Golden DT on the drop. Golden 6-4. DT is going to be massive for Rasta if he ends up getting that DT. Drone grenade coming up. Not getting anywhere useful. Pinbit firing at Slinky. Cracks his shields. Rasta pushing inside the zone a little bit here. Half health. Pushing up alone. Taken out by NNN. Rasta could get rezzed. If he gets rezzed by Slinky here and grabs that DT, that could be a huge issue for NNN. NNN does have a little bit of hard cover to work with here. Rasta, will he have that DT?
I'm right here.
Healing up a little bit. Slinky, very low health. Smart, firing with the MP5, but NNN now has the zone advantage. Cryptik does have the hard cover of this building. Ooh, all three of them firing at Smart there. All three of them taking him out. Slinky head peeking over the wall there. Low health. And no shots connecting just yet. Great positioning from NNN to be able to rotate into the zone. They have the hard cover to work with. They're going to have a little bit more time with the zone. Are they going to go for a res on Smart here?
Yeah, go ahead.
Smart going to get rezzed. Not a lot of loot to work with though. Fonyan pushing up a little bit. They are leaving the zone advantage here. Rasta with that M10 shotgun, head peeking over the wall. Slinky, the last one alive. NNN pushing in together. First place, NNN. Great round for NNN. Caught in the middle there, but able to wipe two separate teams at the end. Cryptik making a big push. Actually gets pushed off back to this hard cover back here, and NNN able to push up into the zone advantage. Hot drop, probably Cobra Cartel NA here. 69 health, yes.
Defeat.
9th place, 0 kills. I suck. Yep, that was Cobra NA. All three of them always running that blue PJ outfit. And them looking for blood this game, trying to get some additional kills, trying to get some additional damage, but nobody hot dropping with them, so now they're in this weird position. The later games get a little weird because you want a hot drop. You get a little bit more aggressive, like if you're behind in the tournament, the longer it goes on. And everybody else starts playing a little bit more scared because you want to catch up and everybody else might be thinking, oh, the way to catch up will be placement. So you get in a weird position where you want a hot drop to start getting additional kills and everybody else wants to play a little bit more safe to get additional placement. Looks like that's exactly what might have happened here. Everybody very split up right now. No team's getting into these fights. Drop is going to be in the middle of plays. NNN sitting in the middle of planes here, looting up these little tubes here. Always good for loot. Golden MK, golden M10, one above the other. If you guys didn't know, this turbine here, this knocked over turbine, always has good loot. What will the drop have on it for game number 6? CX4, P90, P90, very good here. CX4, very good for head peeking as well. The gold one, virtually no recoil. And then, of course, all of the heals, zone grenade as well. Pinbit pushing around the turbine here. What time is it? 5:30.
Battle zone is now shrinking.
Starting to climb the windmill. Zone will be ending towards observatory. Or we might see the zone end in kind of a weird spot. Probably right around here if I had to guess. Not 100% sure. Maybe closer to this. We'll see. No teams fighting. Now who is split up here? I see 4 people. Cobra NA over here. Did someone... Kaleb sitting in the tree. If he makes any noise here, Cobra's going to hear him out, so he needs to be very careful that he doesn't. Very split up from his team. Might be trying to do some sort of pinch play. Is he going to go for any damage? Nope, just trying to stay hidden here. Shots coming out all the way to Kingdom from Cobra NA. Kaleb not revealing himself, not even peeking. Orzo, Clev pushing up. Kaleb is still hiding back, knows that he can't make any noise at all. At these high-level lobbies, people will hear you immediately. You even change which hand is gripping the tree or put your gun away, these teams will hear you. Shots coming out. 2 teams fighting at Kingdom. We're getting close.
Sorry, man.
Hello. MaxtheCoolCat, I think, lagged out there.
Kaleb had said he was going to play solo this game, and Max just joined. And even though no kills have occurred, there are teams fighting right now. And he had already said he was going to play it solo, so I'm not going to end it.
Pinbit taken low by Scanter. Pinbit actually taken out by Pintail. Now the high ping, very hard to work with for NNN.
Oh yeah. Imagine if it was on a Japan server, how good they would be.
Mm-hmm. I've seen...
They're already very good.
Yeah, I've seen Pinbit do like solos lobbies on like being able to reload the DT and stuff on his server, and it's scary.
Yeah, I've seen ChaCha too, and ChaCha's a monster.
Yeah. Fonyan working inside this wall here. Or this little corner here. Couple builds coming out. Does get spotted by Smart.
Battle zone shrinking in. 45
Sinky
seconds.
getting some damage. Fonyan trying to stay alive. Stall for a little bit. Now there's gonna be 3 or 4 teams close by in just a second.
Yo.
Fonyan taken out.
This is the 6th game. This is the last one.
Cryptik taken out. Fonyan there. NNN still inside the building, right inside. Flow State getting pushed. Tiger taking out 2 members of Flow State. Goodbet, last one alive. Has a P90 out. Managed to grab 1. Goodbet fighting Tigra. Tigra manages to take him out. Tech9 pushing in against Tigra. Manages to finish off his team as well. Great for Cobra there. Flow State getting knocked out that early. Scanter pushing from above. Pintail as well. Last one alive. Or no, Tech9, last one alive. Clev is in the back. It's Clev in the back. Whoop. Clev in the back here. Taking shots at Morake. Morake inside. Might go for some sort of res. Orzo, actually. That MP5. Starting to get those reses. That one. Oh, great shots from Orzo. The MP5 will melt you when you're that low health. Look at all the loot on the ground here. Jeez. Now this is out of the zone. They will be ticking with the zone damage here. Tech9 and Clev are going to push back in and see what they can find. Tons of heals on the ground. They're going to have a lot of time to work with here to figure all this out. Cryptik getting in a position where they can try to take out Cobra. Slinky not hearing Orzo, but he does get sighted out by 1. Smart sees Orzo there. Now are all 3 of them going to rotate to try to deal with him? Great shot from Rasta with the up. Schlinky calling out that he hasn't seen anybody else just yet. Clev Tech9 still sitting inside, taking their time, trying to figure out exactly what they want. Cryptik will want to get these kills, but, you know, the zone's going to start hurting as soon as it finishes closing here. Cryptik will be running into NNN as soon as they get into the zone here. Kaleb's still in the tree over here. He is a solo player, but still just chilling. Cryptik pushing inside the zone. Tech9, half health, Clev, half health. They will be able to get inside the corner here. Cryptik rotating up. Nobody else for them to worry about just at this moment. But NNN will be keeping an eye out. Clev almost inside the zone. Tech9 still looking for heals or anything he can find outside the zone. Now, once this does finish shrinking, it's going to be a lot of damage. Tech should be able to get out. Yep, eats another banana there. Should be able to get out just fine. Clev manages to get out of the zone. Shots between NNN and Cryptik now.
Battle zone shrinking.
Ooh, Schlinky gets hit once.
45 seconds.
Fonyan pushing up here. Tech9 and Clev will be able to res Orzo. But not going to have any loot to work with here. They will have to drop a little bit of loot for Orzo. Cryptik has zone. NNN has zone. Cryptik probably in the best position in terms of where they can rotate to, depending on where the next zone goes, if they don't get pushed in the meantime. NNN grouping up a little closer to each other.
Battle zone is now shrinking.
Kaleb now in this other tree. Still the only one on his team. Already a top 4 finish for him, though. Tech9, shield's taking a half. Slinky, low shield. That is Purple Magnum unloading it at those builds to try to destroy them. Only 2 shots to destroy builds with the purple. Kaleb managing to move up into this corner here. I don't think NNN heard him. Does not look like they did. He is not quite in the zone. I'm not sure if he knows that. Yeah, he
There
does.
he goes.
Moving up a little bit. Cobra NA here. Does have the zone. Every team in the zone here. Nobody has to push just yet. But it looks like NNN is going to have the advantage for the last zone. Kaleb will be behind as well. I don't think he's going to pick a fight with NNN if he can help it. Cryptik and Cobra are going to end up getting in the fight. Kaleb might get caught out by Cobra if they push inside this
He's gonna
building.
push up a little bit. Just gives Kaleb an opportunity.
Cobra is pushing inside these buildings, though. If someone sees these health sodas, they might push inside and see Kaleb. Or just trying to unload with that M60. NNN backing off. Cryptik pushing up on NNN. Schlinky taking them low. Half shields. NNN tossing zone grenades, trying to zone him off a little bit. Schlinky taken very low, taken out from the side from Orzo. Kaleb getting chased by Tech9 and Clev, does end up getting taken out. NNN does have the corner here and the hard cover to work with. Cobra NA. Zone grenade coming out from them. Pinbit getting tipped by the zone grenade. Fonyan not quite able to do a thing there. Pinbit pushing inside the zone to try to get a different angle. Orzo now on top of this Epcot with the M60, able to unload on those builds. M60 great for the builds here, taking them out in 2 shots. Tech9 pushing into 1. Ooh, great grenades. Tech9 with the M10 pushing around and killing both the remaining members for NNN. Schlinky pushing up. Cobra NA pushing up. Massive round for them already. Clev low shields, low health. Eating a banana. pushing up into the second floor of this tower. Rasta and Swart will be outside the zone in a second when it starts closing in 15. Going for a Resin Slinky. Does he have any loot to be able to grab here? He might just be a free kill. He was a free kill, but he was able to buy enough time for Rasta with Tech picking the guy without the gun to pick as a target here. Smart going for another res. Shrinky will be able to grab whatever loot Tech had as well. Able to start healing up a little bit. Orzo pushing around the side. That M60 is going to be such a terror. Shrinky pushing up inside this building.
Yep.
Oh, Shrinky getting shot. His feet through the wall. Clev pushing outside with the M10. Rasta managing to make it inside the building. Clev pushing through the window now. Oh, Rasta getting a little bit stuck on the reload there. Not able to take out Clev. Amazing round from Cobra, Cartel, and Ada. First place, Cobra NA. Second place, Cryptik Crows. And that will be game 6. Last game, we can take a
Lobby
look.
crashes, woohoo!
Lobby didn't crash. Progress. That was scary.
Can read.
Let's have a look at the standings. First place, don't know how much damage Cobra NA had, but that could push them pretty higher. Flow state, 100 points even for them. NNN, I believe, getting third. Yep, third there. Cryptik Crows getting second. Let's see what everybody got. Alright, I can hear you now. Yes, hello.
Oh, no. I'm blowing you kisses, was all.
Oh. Good
Cheers, man.
games.
Thanks for always doing this for us, man.
Yeah. Nice nade on NNN in Pop Chicken.
Oh, yeah.
That was nuts.
Yeah, I mean, we would have done a little better if our last 2 games we got 5th both. So we were on track for close to 100, but we ended at 74. But we got into the cup, so that's all that matters.
Yeah, good job.
Yep. Cheers, man.
King Gaming, thanks for the follow. KJNG Gaming. I think it's King, but... Does Apex train hiding skills in their armor? Oh my god. Waiting for the final scores to come through. 14 kills on Cobra. Able to get up to 73. Second place for Tombstone. NNN. Or second place at the moment. NNN. NNN not actually getting any kills. 649 damage. 1800 damage even for Cryptik Crows there. Good final game for them. Oop. Good final game for them. But not... You gotta have kind of consistent placement. A lot of these, like you're seeing like two pretty good games, but you'll see, you know, flow state first, third, first, fourth. So kind of the opposite for them. You gotta have good placement. The good placement definitely helps out. The longer you're available or alive in the game, the more kills and damage you're gonna get overall. So usually better to go for placement over kills in the end. But these will be the final scores for this. Kaleb, Apex Predator, is still managing to get 4th place, even though he was just a solo there. But